Fuck.
Welcome back. This is 9A segment 6. We had a pretty good. It was way sidetracked, but we'll get back to the main focus.
Where the fuck were we going with that?
The Tracy Morgan versus Kramer.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get back to the main thing.
So Tracy Morgan, he said all these like really like horrible gay jokes, right?
They were just jokes, though.
I was looking for the punchline when I was reading them. I was like, okay,
pretty intense. Then
it was kind of like a rant, you know?
Okay, well, I mean, nothing wrong with a rant.
Yeah, but I was looking for like, where's the funny part, you know? Like you can say a gay joke, right? But where is the fucking funny part? Like, you know, how does a gay guy fake an orgasm? He throws some hot yogurt on your back. That's a joke.
That's disgusting. That's disturbing. Some hot yogurt.
There you go, man. Or another disturbing joke. Hey, did you ever hear the one about the girl who was 10 before she was 8?
That's like a pedophile joke.
That's a pedophile joke. That is so bad. So anyway, see, at least those jokes had punchlines. Tracy Morgan, he basically just said that
they're like threats.
He was threatening his own kid, you know, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a stand-up, it's allowed. All right, I don't see nothing wrong with that type of rant because we know his type of comedy, and so does America.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be mean.
They know his type of comedy. They know that it's just, you know, he goes for that bizarre and out of whack comedy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think he should be this much under fire for what he did because, like I said, everybody knows his style. It's funny. It's like true lifestyle comedy or whatever, and he does it just to get, you know, a spur or a kick out of people.
Get a rise out
of him. He wants to be very off topic, very politically, you know, challenged. Not challenged. What is that? Incorrect type stuff?
Politically incorrect.
You know, for fun, shits and giggles. Now,
he said that they got pissed at him on Fox because he was on the pregame for the baseball game, and he said that Sarah Palin gave him a chubby.
No, that was actually that was for Charles Barkley. It was for basketball.
Oh yeah, it was for basketball, right?
I was there for that.
What did he say? That she gave him a chubby?
She gave him a chubby.
Yeah.
Or she could give him a chubby or something
something like that.
That's still funny. That's not Tracy Morgan's fault. That's the commentators because they knew and they know his style of comedy, right?
Exactly.
It's like, oh, there's a fire going. What am I going to do if I put fuel on it? It's going to get bigger.
It's going to get bigger, bro.
So why would they be surprised if Tracy Morgan said something like that?
Okay, so what's the difference
between him and
Kramer and the famous Kramer incident?
Now, the difference between that is Kramer meant every word that he said. Kramer was doing a comedy or whatever, and he got upset. He acted like a diva.
He was getting heckled by these guys.
Yeah, but Kramer is not a comedian to me. He's not a stand-up type guy. He might have maybe in his past life, but he wasn't anymore. The only thing he had going for him was goofy roles here and there, and like everybody agrees, Kramer was just Kramer on Seinfeld. That was it. That made it his career. And his failed fucking detective show that launched on ABC.
Oh, I remember that.
That only lost. It
was the Michael Richards show.
Yeah, that thing did like three episodes, and that was it. Kramer was doing a stand-up at a local joint out there in Los Angeles or San Diego, whatever. I forgot what Mexican was. I think it was Paul Rodriguez or George Lopez that was hosting that night.
Paul Rodriguez.
Another
guy that you don't like.
Another guy I don't like.
We'll go into that right after.
I don't like him as a person, but I think he is funny.
We will give that story to the people.
Okay. Anyway, the difference between Morgan and Kramer wasn't even talking about that. He actually had a stand up that he was doing or whatever.
He got sidetracked.
And he got sidetracked because there was some guys, I don't know what they prefer to be called, blacks, African Americans. Yeah, I mean, I think we're cool with just calling them black guys. I mean, they're cool with calling us beaners and browns. I mean, we don't get offended. But there was a couple black guys that just heckled him. Nothing wrong with heckling. It happens everywhere. I would heckle somebody if I'm not being entertained. It's like, oh man, you suck, whatever. Kramer got into a diva mode and racially assaulted these guys.
He used the N-word a lot.
I mean,
he was crazy.
It was like he was in the fucking cotton fields back in the day. Like, he knew what to say. I mean, this guy was talking about how back in his time they would hang people. They would hang blacks. How they were supposed to be picking cotton. I mean, this guy racially attacked them.
Yeah, he went off.
Tracy Morgan didn't do any of that. Tracy Morgan did a comedy about a gays or whatever. It was a comedy. It was a bit. It was a skit. It was a rant. Kramer just went racially, I say racially assaulted because that's what he did. So what if you got heckled? You're a comedian. You're at a stand-up. You deal with that. You don't go after somebody and then, what was so stupid that I thought is that he tried to apologize.
Who, Kramer?
Yeah. Oh, I've never done that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I didn't buy it.
There wasn't any black people on Seinfeld?
No. Well, I mean, he was a good friend with Paul Mooney.
Oh, he was, right? Paul Mooney defended him.
Paul Mooney defended him only because I'm sure he did it as a last favor or something. I know Paul Mooney did not.
Did Paul Mooney die or something?
No. I think he did it as like a last favor toward like as a friend.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure Paul Mooney did not appreciate that. And I'm sure they had words. But
it takes a really good fucking friend to
do that. To do that, yeah. But that's the difference between racial comments and racial jokes. All right, Tracy Morgan does not deserve what he is getting right now because we all know his comedy. That's his comedy. But when you get there's the famous roll up.
Yeah.
All right, when you get Kramer like that, no, that's.
I think that
and he didn't even get that much heat that Morgan's getting right now.
Yeah, dude, I think that Kramer got a shitload of heat. Career's over.
Yeah.
Nobody's
heard from him since.
Nobody's gonna hire him. Nothing. Because look at it this way. I think that there's a lot more hatred for gays than there is for blacks.
What? That makes no sense.
That's what I think, man. This is the thing. I think that it's more politically correct to make fun of gays. It's more accepted to make fun of gays.
Only because it's media worthy.
Yeah.
That is it.
But I
congratulations, gays. You guys are only media worthy. So.
But see, that's the thing. I think that say if
they don't care that you're gay.
That
you're getting made fun of. They only care that you're selling it.
It's like
media.
This. If you were at school, right, and the principal or all these people, faculty members, heard you say the N-word, really loud, at people, versus if they heard you call somebody a faggot, which one do you think you'd get more in trouble for?
The N-word?
Yeah, you would. So I don't think anything's really going to happen to him. Because I think that people just have it in their heads that it's not acceptable to make fun of blacks, but you make fun of gays and it's not great.
Brings up that other subject. What do you think about that one guy that got fired from his job?
Which guy?
That white guy for calling that teen nappy-headed nappy-headed. I don't know what
nappy-headed hose.
Yeah, something.
That was Don Imus, a longtime radio announcer, right? He got fucking fired, but he's got a new job now, so it didn't really do anything.
I don't think he should have got fired. Look,
he was describing.
It was only racist because he was white.
He was describing a women's basketball.
I bet if you go into a basketball team, even a women's or men's, and just put a recorder there without them knowing, you're gonna hear them telling racial remarks toward one another all the time. But because one old white guy says it out of fun and sport, it all gets heated. Like,
it's like this, man.
Now that is stupid.
It's like this, dude. Tracy Morgan could have made jokes about blacks on his show, right? He could have said the N-word. I bet he did say the N-word like 1,000 times on his show,
and he's not
going to get in trouble for it, right?
No.
Okay. But on the same token, do you think that Tracy Morgan would have gotten in trouble in any way if he had said gay, if he had made Mexican jokes or Indian jokes or Chinese jokes.
Nobody really gets in trouble for those.
They don't.
No.
Nobody gives a fuck.
We know it. If you see a Mexican, stand up, all he's gonna make fun of is other Mexicans.
Yep, you will. Because nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody cares because it's not media worthy.
It's not. Nobody gives a damn, man. It's pretty messed up, man. That's what I say.
All right, we'll move on to that subject.
Yeah, I think, man, that
it's gonna go nowhere.
It's gonna go on and on, but
it's all about media. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's media.
Fucking media, you bastards.
Now, Laz has some good news for one of our idols.
Yes, Razor
Ramon.
Scott Hall, brother. Last Saturday, he returned to the ring in Florida. He introduced and he managed one of his trainees, a female trainee, in a match, and he was looking pretty good. He was looking pretty slim. He was talking okay, and
he wasn't drunk.
He wasn't looking like he was gonna fucking keel over and die at any point. So,
but tell him the awesome news.
And what's the awesome news? Yes, we ask everybody who's a fan of Razor, Scott Hall. We ask you all to keep on the lookout for on ESPN because they're going to do a documentary about
30 for 30. That's going to be awesome.
They're going to do a 30 for 30 piece on Razor.
I'm going to burn that when it gets to. I'm going to legally obtain it when it comes out.
He's going to find it. He'll watch it and record it legally. 100%.
Yeah, I'm going to get that one.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Hey, awesome.
Don't mess with us. This is our lawyer right here.
Yeah, we got Waz here.
Yeah.
Bam.
Bar exam fucking champion right here.
Anyway, that's awesome though. We wanted that for such a long time to do like a documentary on Razor,
right?
A documentary, but now ESPN is finally going to do it on Razor.
So people will know how awesome Razor is. He's
they had to wait for the man to legally die twice to do it, but
he did, man. He almost did. But the thing about people don't understand about Scott Hall is that the guy didn't care whether he won or lost.
Yeah, he wasn't really about the fame or anything about that. He was all about having a good time. He made other people famous. All right.
He wanted to make you look good in the ring. He did it for Jericho, and Jericho fucking trashed him in his book.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Like the biggest win Jericho ever had when he was like an up and coming guy was over Razor. And that was only because Razor
allowed it.
Said he wanted to lose.
He made Razor made the 1-2-3 kid.
He did.
He lost to the 1-2-3 kid.
1-2-3 kid, aka X-Pac, who has gone on to other fame of banging China on a porno video, but
and crying on the Real World. No, what was it?
Celebrity Rehab,
where they live together.
It's a real life.
It's a real life. Yeah. That's not Wolfpack style, brother. Anyway.
He was drunk.
But that's so cool that they're going to go ahead and give Razor that much respect on doing it. And we know that it's pretty much just going to be a history with Razor and Nash.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be cool. I want to show that. I hope they show where Razor first came out with Undertaker as a tag team and all that. When they first came out.
Yeah, the old days.
The old days. That's right. Razor Ramon and Undertaker were tag team.
They'll probably go into like his personal life, his personal problems, all his crazy fucking partying and shit, hardcore partying, where he shaved the dude's head on the flight, where he got fired from the WWF. There's a great story about Razor. It's called the WWF Flight from Hell. It was in 2002. And it was a crazy ass flight because WCW had just gone out of business. They'd just been bought out by the WWF. So a lot of the WCW guys were hardcore ass old school partiers. Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, Ric Flair, Razor himself. So you had these guys on the plane with other guys from the WWF. Undertaker, fucking X-Pac was there.
And we'll come back with the rest of them.
We will return with a Flight from Hell.